From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Hi, welcome to the Power Show. You are part of the Power Nation, and I'm so glad you're here. Because here we help you improve your attitude, your relationships, your finances, and your career as we take your life to the next level. This is episode number 243, and I call this one A Brilliant Stroke That Changed History. Now, being born in Israel, I was surrounded by history. The apartment building where my family lived when I was in elementary school was on the shore of the Sea of Galilee in the city of Tiberias. On the western shore of the Sea of Galilee, there are a number of round fortifications that were built by the Romans. They were maybe 20-25 feet in diameter. In addition to the military fortifications, the Romans also left a few amphitheaters around Israel and many examples of their artistry in mosaic works. So, with so much history in my childhood, you would think that I would grow up to be a history buff. It didn't work out that way, and that makes my choice of a recent book to read somewhat surprising because it deals with history. However, the book I read was something special, and it contained a profound message. The book I read, it was like 3 or 4 years ago now, had a very important year in the history of the United States in its topic. The book is simply entitled 1776. It's beautifully written by David McCullough. And in addition to many other literary awards, David has twice been awarded the Pulitzer Prize for Truman and John Adams. Fabulous writer, fabulous book, 1776. The year 1776 in the annals of American history was a major turning point. As a proud naturalized citizen of the United States, I only know this country as a strong power and a haven for those who seek freedom and the great American opportunity. Until I read this book, I did not realize how close the colonists came to perishing in their quest to break away from England and form a new country. I had no idea. 1776 was the year of the Declaration of Independence. David McCullough's book chronicles that year and the story of the colonists who marched with General George Washington as they took on the might of the British Empire. On one side of the revolution was a ragtag army of Americans comprised of farmers, teachers, shoemakers, and young boys who became soldiers. They didn't have uniforms, and in fact, many didn't even have shoes as they marched through bitter winter weather. They suffered from disease, hunger, and disillusionment, and they were led by George Washington, who had never before led an army in battle. On the other side was a powerful, disciplined, well-equipped, red-coated British military force that greatly outnumbered and outgunned the colonists. They had come to quash the rebellion. His Majesty, King George III, in October of 1775, had gone before Parliament to declare America in rebellion. An early victory by the colonists in the siege of Boston gave them a feeling of some confidence. However, as the battle moved to New York, British ships and British troops began to arrive in numbers never imagined, and the Continental Army began to realize what a formidable force they were facing. With losses in the Battle of Brooklyn and other locations in the vicinity, Washington's army had no option but to retreat from the New York area. One night, in bitter cold winter weather, some of Washington's forces made a daring escape, which David McCullough describes vividly. The colonists, with large numbers of British forces at their heels, kept retreating across New Jersey in that harsh winter of 1776. Now keep in mind that the Continental Army was not made up of a dedicated, committed force. There were many deserters, and when it came time for many to end their enlistment, they would simply go back to their homes and farms. Washington's emotional pleas and the promise of a little extra money kept some of the army intact for yet another battle. Then something happened. Something happened to turn the tide. During the harshest part of that winter of 76, the British commander decided to take most of his troops back to New York until the spring. Thinking that the colonists would also stop fighting during the winter, he left a small force in Trenton, New Jersey. Washington, in a brilliant stroke that changed history, led a surprise nighttime attack on that force in Trenton and won an incredible victory. Amazing. David McCullough describes this daring and possibly last-ditch effort that Washington and his small band of determined men made in a valiant effort to give birth to a new nation. The victory at Trenton gave the colonists confidence, and small victories led to larger victories with the eventual total defeat of the mighty British. I recommend this book, 1776, to you because it is an amazing narrative of what people can do when they have no choice. It also shows how small victories can lead to larger victories. We all have amazing powers within us. Let's give ourselves credit, muster our power, and take action. Don't look at the odds. Look at the possibilities. The affirmation for this episode of Boaz Power TV, it's a power affirmation. You may want to write it down and read it the first thing every morning and the last thing every night. I have great powers within me. I'm identifying what I want and I'm taking decisive action now. I am a champion. Once again, I have great powers within me. I am identifying what I want and I'm taking decisive action now. I am a champion. Thank you for joining me. Speaking of action, would you kindly do me a favor? If you like these messages, and many people worldwide do, please forward this to a friend. Suggest they go to my website, boazpower.com, and subscribe to the free weekly broadcast of Boaz Power TV. You are special, you are unique, you are destined for greatness, and I believe you have great power to do great things. I see it in you. You are a champion. Have a powerful day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.